How to produce like a pro. So first we gotta make sure that we know where we are heading toward. Are you pursuing a career? Do you want to make money with it? Or do you just want to have a beautiful like little hobby? If you want a career and make money with it, you need to be consistent and face brick walls constantly. So brick walls are there to just test your professionality. Progression is never a line straight up to the heaven. Progression will always be a really wobbly line. Sometimes you stagnate and you are facing a really long time of not improving. But then someday you will improve again. You need to have a certain professionality in your mind. If you want to produce just as a hobby, you can just jump straight in, do whatever you like to, do whatever sounds good to you. Don't care about the other people, just do what you like to do.
Just do it!
And you will have a lot of fun with producing. The best time is always the beginning time where you learn a lot of stuff and where you experience things that all of a sudden sound so nice to you and you are just enjoying your time. So don't take it too seriously if you're just taking it as a hobby. But if you want to have a hobby that is on a high level, this is also a really nice thing to have. So you just gotta make sure that you know where you are aiming at, right? Both paths are really rewarding and both paths are really worth pursuing to try out. Let's get to the important information. If you want to produce like a pro, you need knowledge and experience. Knowledge can be obtained through several different ways. First, we have YouTube videos, for example, YouTube videos or short form content is really a critical thing because you can learn some things with it, but you are just scrolling through and your brain is just getting so much information, switching up topics, and short form content is really a poison for your brain. You should avoid it at all costs. Trust me, you can reward yourself a little bit with these thoughts, but if you consume them regularly, it is really bad for your brain. The same with Instagram, with all of these social media things. YouTube is really an expectation because we have videos that have a length of around 10 minutes, and these videos are sometimes, I try to do it myself, really jam-packed. We are talking about informational stuff, we are talking about things that are interesting, and we are not just switching up the topic and putting some naked girls in there and all this, right? We don't need it. We are here to learn, to improve ourselves. Therefore, knowledge is not obtained in 4 ways, it is obtained in 3 ways. Short, we throw that away. And we have YouTube videos. First, we gotta start with the good things. YouTube videos are really good for learning a bunch of stuff because there is so much content. There are so many people that are creating content on this platform. But the problem with YouTube is that you are learning from A to Z to K to Y. I have encountered this problem years ago and I was completely lost. First I learned mixing, then I learned composing. The problem with learning on YouTube is that you don't have a real proper guideline. You don't have a proper structure where you can start from A and get to B, C, D, E, F, G. You're just grabbing information from one place, you're going to the next place, going to another place, and this information is sometimes not connecting with each other because there are parts missing. And therefore, yes, you can learn through YouTube. I have did it in the past as well. One day I just decided to go pro and read tons of books, go through courses, talk with other producers, stuff like this. But just to grab some information, YouTube is great. Next we have books. Books are really great as well because in books you have a lot of information. You can learn a bunch of stuff in books. With reading books, it is sometimes a little bit dry because you're reading, putting in the work. And then if something is not working for you, then you are like, okay, here's what the book says, but it's not like translating into the physical world. This is sometimes a problem with books and your information is getting lost throughout the process if you're not forcing yourself to work simultaneously, approaching learning in a information practice way. So books are really good, but they have some problems with them as well. And the last method and the best, the top-notch method is by learning through course. Courses are visual and our brain remembers visual stuff way better than reading. And when we see something and when somebody is just interacting with us, we are learning much better and it will stay much deeper in our brain and we remember it for a much longer time. In a good course, you are learning stuff and putting it into work. The teacher is setting up a project that we need to proceed throughout the whole course. He's directly talking to you, he's giving all the information that you need, and you have the visual as well. You can essentially see how professionals work and apply the same working simultaneously with them. This is how I structure my courses. You can find a brilliant starting point for your professional journey on my website. There I created a FL Studio beginner to mastery course where I take you through the complete process of creating a song and I'll explain everything in depth. From A to Z, everything is in depth. It is really worth to check it out. Single-handedly for the structure and the A to Z learning that I provide in this course. Enough self-advertising. The next thing that we are talking about is a DAW, a digital audio workstation. You need to have a professional digital audio workstation. Here are the professional ones that you can use. All of them are super great, super fine. If you are just starting out, use FL Studio, the free trial version of FL Studio. It is great and FL is one of the easiest to maneuver as a beginner. Next we have high quality 24-bit WAV drums. So 24-bit WAV files are just a super high quality file format. You always need to check if the drum kit is providing WAV files, because MP3 files have a much lower quality and therefore should not be used when you're trying to get professional, as the MP3 file format just stands in your way when you're trying to process the drums and try to like put effects on them. Low quality file formats are just a no-go for everyone that's trying to get professional. Next, we have setting up a realistic time frame. So your time frame should be realistic. You should not expect producing to be super easy and like, okay, I tried for a couple times and my beats are professional. That is not the reality. You need to invest some time. Either you progress throughout like long sessions or multiple shorter sessions. Both ways are working quite fine, but you need to commit some time into producing. It is a craftsmanship and a skill like anything. Playing an instrument, painting, like sports, you need to take some time to get better. This ties in with the... Okay, this is tying in perfectly with the next point. Practice. Practice, 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 practice.
Practice.
Another fact that is a little bit more harsh but motivating as well, you will face brick walls, a lot of them. In the beginning, your progress will always be super fast, sometimes a little bit slower, and then have a spike, and then stagnate. And if it stagnates, you have faced a brick wall. Oh, I can't get up. Sometimes you're even going down. But then you just need to be consistent. You need to be professional and mature, and you need to say, okay, we are going down, but we are going back up again, and then we are heading even higher than before. So just take time with producing. It's the same progress as anything else. And last but not least, one of the most important things, to try to be joyful. Try to experience producing with joy. Just have fun with it. Try out different things. Find your style. Take time and just try to enjoy what you're doing. It's not always fun, but at its core, it's really a cool and really joyful thing to do. In conclusion, I gotta say, there's lots to learn if you want to go pro. Check out my courses if you want to have a great starting point, and just try it out. There's a free trial version for lots of these stores. Download FL Studio, I'll put a link in the description, and just play around with it a little bit. Communities will form, people will like your stuff, your parents think, yeah, cool, my son is making some music, there's fire. Or they say, yeah, there's... But then your friend is saying like, oh, this is some really cool music. Everybody loves music, and there will be so many people that just think that it's super cool what you're doing. This is another point, but this is like, do it for yourself, do it to make other people happy, whatever. Just try to enjoy this journey. So if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao. Any feedback is highly appreciated, and it just pushes the channel a little bit forward. Thank you. In this course, I am taking you through the process of creating a whole track. In 12 comprehensive lessons, you're about to learn everything you need to know to start visualizing your musical ideas right away. Check out the FL Studio from beginners to expert course on boobox-music.com. Yeah, this is what we do inside this course for FL Studio. Learn to pilot everything so easy like get to the flow. Drum kit with 324 modern sounds is included.